more than 100,000 people in the U.S. have died from COVID-19 since the outbreak began. President Donald Trump tweeted the nation has reached a very sad milestone and that he wants to extend his heartfelt sympathy and love for everything that these great people stood for and represent. Trump has been urging states to reopen after coronavirus lockdowns. This past Friday, he warned state governors to reopen places of worship or he would override them. South Korea reported 79 new cases on Thursday, the most in nearly 8 weeks. Many cases have been linked to infections at a logistics facility run by one of the country's biggest online shopping firms. Thousands of people at the warehouse were believed to be not following social distancing rules. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said all public and multi-use facilities in the Seoul area will temporarily be suspended until mid-June.
Our first objective needs to be better prepared to react and protect our citizens should a similar cross-border threat and crisis hit us in the future. To do so, we will aim to ensure that we have, at all times, the means of the necessary personal protective equipment, medicines, medical devices available, and to ensure that they are affordable and innovative.
The European Commission now wants to set up a permanent reserve of essential drugs and medical equipment to help with shortages that have gotten worse during the pandemic. The stockpile would use money from a new health budget worth 9.4 billion euros. No one has been able to climb Mount Everest in Nepal since March because of the pandemic, and it's been hurting the nation's economy. Mountaineering has come to a halt because of the country's lockdown. Nepal is best known for being home to 8 of the world's 14 highest mountains. Talk about bad luck. A Bolivian orchestra was headed to their first ever concert when their bus broke down on the German motorway. 2.5 months later, they're still stranded next to a castle. But it seems like they'll finally get to go home soon because Bolivia is expected to lift its international flight restrictions next month.
People of the orchestra managed, and also thanks to our German friends, managed to, have a good time, despite everything. For most of them, it was their first time going out Bolivia, first time on a plane, and of course the first time coming here to Germany. So for most of them, Germany is pretty much this, and it will be.
A Siberian zoo has now shut its doors for more than 2 months, and it seems the animals have had nothing to do but procreate. The zoo is now home to baby Egyptian goslings and reindeer calves, among other critters. The director said that for some of these animals, this is the first time they've had offspring in a long time. Thanks for watching Global News. If you want to stay up to date on the latest breaking national and international news, be sure to subscribe to our channel.